So this week we got the 2011 financial disclosure forms for all the members of Congress. These are legally required to be publicly available due to the Ethics in Government Act of 1978. So, of course, we're going to start and go through the finances of former Congressman Anthony Weiner. It's estimated that he's worth somewhere between $190,000 and $285,000. Actually, a lot less than some other members of Congress and some more senior members of Congress. He's invested in a lot of major companies that a lot of Americans are invested in, like 3M, HP, Sony, Cisco. When you look at the last year, he did sell some of his stake in companies including McGraw-Hill, the publisher, Wells Fargo, the bank, and Motors Liquidation Corp., which is the former General Motors. Now, what's interesting is in terms of any payments he may have received for speaking or appearances, he made a charity donation in lieu of a payment for his appearance on the Bill Maher Show, $850. Now, Nancy Pelosi also making headlines this week, issuing a statement on Weiner's resignation. Take a look at her finances. She is worth millions. And interesting where that money comes from. Some of it from grapes. They have a vineyard, she and her husband, in California. Her husband owns a football team, the Sacramento Mountain Lions. She's invested in clean energy fuels and in Visa. And what she sold, shares in J.Crew, Apple, Microsoft, and Yahoo. She took a loss on that Yahoo sale. And in terms of charity payments in lieu of honoraria, none for Nancy Pelosi. Someone I think is pretty interesting to look at, Ron Paul, the Republican and the GOP candidate. A lot of his money, you could say, is in a shiny portfolio. He's betting big on mines and on Barrick Gold. He also sold some of his stake in Gold Corp. And in terms of charity payments in lieu of honoraria, none for Ron Paul. Let's take a look at Republican John Boehner. When you look at him, also very well off, he has a lot of his money in mutual funds and in IRAs. Now, looking at what he sold some of his stake in American Funds Growth Fund and also in PIMCO, that bond fund. And this was interesting. When you look through all of these lawmakers' disclosure forms, you see whether they got anything for free. He did get a free flight from D.C. to Palm Beach, Florida, from a group called Club for Growth. You may not have heard of them, but they say on their website they promote a high-growth economy and limited government. Not a surprise for someone like a Republican like John Boehner. You can see all of your lawmakers' financial disclosures. They're all online, publicly available. It's just interesting to get a glimpse at how these politicians make money outside of their role in politics.